Go do something right now. Forgot. Oh well. That's it. No music. Okay, let's get into it. All right. So, really the main chunk of work today, or to start with, will be the hair. These eyebrows are definitely wrong. Well, I'm gonna shape up the tummy here. Try to get that match just a little closer. Just a little closer. Smidge. Smooge. Hello, Vampy Girl 699. Meow. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're working on making some muscles right now. Right now we're making some muscles. But hello, hello. How's your day going? Should be symmetry on this. Very sexy. Good. You. Well, thank you. It's going well. Just started the stream, so not too much has happened yet. I'm finally afflicted. Afflicted or affiliated? Or have you actually become a vampire? Afflicted with the hunger for blood. Thirst for blood? I guess you can't have hunger for blood. Only have thirst for blood. On Twitch. Hey, congrats. That's awesome. What kind of streams do you do? I think that's about as buff as we can really get. Let's get these. Mostly Baldur's Gate 3. Well, awesome. I've yet to play it, so that's gonna be one of my main ones. Play sometime soon. High on the list. Oh man, I really don't play many video games these days anymore. I want to, but I guess I should just really do a non-work day. But I love working. I love this kind of work. Addicted to it. This muscle is less, it's a little bit wider. Let's get that in. Like that. Hello, Nammers. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Bum, 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 bum. Asia. This is how muscles work on a grade creature. No, yeah, this is digigrade. I always get it mixed up. Digigrade, plantigrade. Coffee's kicking in. Hey, we back from Disney. Well, hello, Beha. Welcome. How'd you enjoy Disney? Which one did you go to? Hello, Mickey Gim01. Hey, dude, you stream pretty cool content, so I follow you. I love, make friends, longtime fan. Kindly on Discord. No, that is spam. Get out of here. Oh. Bonk. Cam bammered. Damn it, man, you moved again. I did move again, yes. We did, we're in a new apartment now. Well, we're in an apartment now. I was in a house before. That house was going to be a temporary situation either way, but it became a much shorter time frame very quickly. So, yeah, we got the living room, kitchen, and then there's just a bedroom and bathroom over there. So, it's pretty nice. I honestly really like it. Little studio. Ironically enough, I'm also in apartments. Well, good luck. I'm not sure where you are, but it seems like there was a lot of apartments in my area, at least, have been offering like 1 month free. So keep an eye out for those. Oh, sorry. I meant to ask for your Disney. Which Disneyland you went to? Was it like the Florida one or the? Florida. Noise. A noise. I haven't been to that one yet. On the to-do list. Been to the California one plenty of times because I grew up there, but it'd be good to go to a different one. Make a little vacation out of it. Hmm. All right, I think we've got most of the body done. It's not too much more to add. IDK, it's $1,000 per room. That's a good price. Hmm. Would you go to like the Star Wars one or something? Or is this your apartment hunt you're referring to? I mean, honestly, at least the area I'm in, it's like any studio you're looking at, it's going to be at least like you could share an apartment and get a room for probably like $500. But if you're going to live on your own or have your own apartment, it's usually around 1,000. Yeah. Hello, Arctic. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Ooh, moving in with the girlfriend. Exciting. Well, let's certainly make it a little more affordable. If you're both working. Good morning, Austin. Hello. Good morning, Vietnam. Or has my morning been pretty good so far? Just chilling at the moment, making a little tail. Down the crease. I'd like to make it sharper, but perhaps do another. That's what's up. How's your morning been? Also, I'm on my little promotion tour, but if anyone's interested in taking a course with me, I have an intro to VRChat avatar creation course that I'll be doing starting next week. So if you're interested, definitely consider signing up. There should be a form getting posted in chat every now and then, but I can also share it directly. But got to get that promo in. Oh, yeah, well, let me send you the link. Let me send you the link. Actually, did it get posted already? Yeah. Copy. And we'll definitely check it out. Let me know. If it gets enough interest, I think I'll try to make a another class that will hopefully match some people's time zones a little bit better. Because it's hard to choose. I have to either choose the morning or evening, kind of, in my time. And I'll be right back. I need some Neosporin for my puppet. Neo. Sporin. Yeah, the grease. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Can I bevel this one easily? Oops. And I think just merge these. Weird. I feel like I need to redo my tail here. Not quite what I need. So I'm gonna duplicate the subdivision and apply this one. So we've got one more level of detail to work with. And then we're just gonna delete the tail. And start it over. Bada boom. Okay, so what I did before, probably exactly what I'll do again. Let's take these ones, extrude them. First, let's extrude them, throw them out. We need to increase a few of these edges. All right. This is 4. I don't know why I was confused on that last time, but that is 4. Alright, so that's perfect. And we'll increase this too. Awesome. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think we've made it too big so far, but we'll shrink it down by putting our cursor here. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's almost as tall as the hose. So, alright, give this a shot. Boom. Two. Oh, well, thank you, Austin. I appreciate your interest. Looking forward to following up with you. I think we can do Wednesday through Friday. And yeah, I'm excited. It should be good to bring people in. My first time teaching VR chat stuff. I've taught Blender before, so I have experience teaching. But be the first time it'll be a Avatar class. Good. I am pumped as well. We're making history now. We are chat history. I have to crease this one in order for it. This is why I don't like working with subdivisions. They're such a pain. Okay, there we go. Ori, hello. Trying to get the money together to sign up for your class. Well, thank you, Ori. Advertise myself through commissions, offering to use other character sheets for the course, but I have almost no online presence. Well, if you aren't able to make this round, don't worry at all because we're definitely going to be doing a lot more courses. So, the goal is to do this quite frequently. So you definitely will have, if it's not now, then down the road. Excuse me. And then we'll probably be following up this class. We'll do like maybe a 2-week break, and then we'll do another the intermediate class, and then start another round of the intro. So we'll do the intro, medium. So I'll probably be doing 3 eventually, like a few months from now. We'll be doing 3 classes all the time, which will be the intro, medium, intermediate, and then expert. Or I guess maybe not expert. We'll see. How much are the classes? Well, let me share my form there with you. So generally, it's going to be about $150 for the class total. I do offer the opportunity to pay per class. I'm not sure how well that will work out though, because there's 6 classes, $25 each. To be able to attend those ones. We'll see how it works. I'm kind of feeling it out still when it comes to like pricing and what to offer, because still a little new at that. All right, that tail looks way better. I would still like to bevel it, I think. At least for the high poly version. Or extrude. And the tail should apparently only hang from his hips to just below. Sir. I don't know if the client will actually want it to be that. small. Usually people like their tails a little bit. Whoa. But if everyone has any questions about the classes, you're welcome to DM me too if you don't want to ask on here in the chat. Just message me in Discord. I'm gonna make it a little bit longer. I'm gonna make it a little bit longer. Okay, so what we do need to figure out today, we have the, let's write this down. So we have the teeth, the hair, tongue, and then after that, it'll just be clothing in general. So for the teeth, all the teeth are sharp. Let's where did they go? They're right here. Turn off the hair and eyebrows. Actually, should make a new collection for the eyes. So for each of these twofers, I think we're just gonna delete them. We're just gonna remake them. Same with the tongue. The tongue's gonna be quite long and pointy. Make a cube. Move that up. I'm gonna hide the lower one. Make a pointed tube. I could either cut and then just scale these in a bunch, which I'm a little bit more tempted to do because that way we'll get a line in the middle that will actually be the point. These ones will go off to the side. I think this is the right way. And it also lends itself to being unwrapped. And also what I've learned is for teeth, I think you should, the temptation is to delete the top part. I do think it's easier to keep top too. Good morning, Sky. Hello, welcome. Welcome. We will increase them. How's your morning going, Sky? Do one more cut here. Pull this out. Awesome. Nice and sunny, so pretty good. Is it sunny in Texas? Right now it's a little overcast, which honestly is unusual. Usually it is quite sunny. But we get humidity, which I prefer. Live with that. Sorry, I'm here. Oh, you're fine. There's no worries. No attendance here, at least for the stream. The class lab attendance. I don't know about that. I guess not. Yeah. I'm not. It's funny to say. One day I'll visit this legendary place of the world. Good old Texas. You know, some people have strong opinions of Texas. For me, it's just it's really not that different from a lot of places in the United States. If you've seen one strip mall, you've seen it all. Duplicate these. I'm always in awe with the ecosystems and scenery. There's a good amount of natural splendor here in Texas. And some very quaint, like small towns, which I always love. I grew up in a small town, so kind of am drawn to those. I definitely don't like living in cities. Say that much. Pretty sure most people who live in cities also don't like cities. Not much of a gun line. I don't know. We'll keep it. Alright, so there's the start of the tubers. Just kind of weigh it against the base. Out in the wilds, this is the way. Well, if you've, not sure where you're at, Sky, but Pacific Northwest, beautiful area. I have a friend that's going to be heading over there soon. I'm a little jealous because it's beautiful out there. I just love huge trees. That's like, if there's a tree that's bigger than me, it's a good day. Or like 2 stories tall. That's what I love. Been to British Columbia. It's one of the most beautiful places. Yeah, I was just up there. Or no, not to British Columbia, but in the other side of the other coast to see the capital. And yeah, give me that kind of scenery any day. There are trees around my house, and it's scary when they fall. Not too humid, also. The joy of a colder ocean. I don't know if you all have been to the sequoias, or perhaps know what the sequoias are. They're some of the biggest. I mean, they are literally some of the biggest trees ever seen. Amazing. They're like literally feel like they're skyscraper sized. People talk about redwoods all the time, and redwoods are big, but I feel like sequoias just feel way more immense. I love that. I want to go see them again. It's really handsome. Well, good. Yeah, I think he's coming out pretty well. Coming out super well. Let's go ahead and reset the vectors. A little indent right there. Oh yeah, big indent. Big dent. Is this for a VR chat or Resonate? This will be for VR chat. So the client, Ren, actually creates a live 2D VTubers. They wanted to work with someone to make a VR chat version of their character. So this is they stream pretty regularly, or he streams pretty regularly. I'll have to share this stream in a little bit. It's usually working on live 2D characters. Let's see. I think I tagged him in a post somewhere. Yes. Fire. Oh, and Namers, thank you for the resubscription. Super appreciate it. Thank you. Resub for 5 months. Thank you. I like the character a lot. It's coming out super well, and they even have like really cool designs. Maybe at some point I'll make the other part of this design. But I love this like alt form. Super cool. Colors are amazing. Just like a demon tiefling kind of deal. I don't think it's like a D&D tiefling, but definitely very cool. Kind of got like a circus candy theme. Maybe it's just me. My interpretation. Candy. Hello, Cornfather. Welcome. Punchy demon. Yeah. Got the Asura hands. Good morning to you too, Cornfather. How grows the corn? It grows fruitfully. Well, good. We're going well. We're doing well. We're opening up some classes and working on a new character. It's going quite well. Doing very well. Definitely been a good week so far. And I think it'll get better. still fit. Yay! Sorry, we would have made the mouth cavity too big. That looks just about right. And apply the base. Ooh, yeah. Sounds good. Always unsure on how big I should make, how thick lips should be. Kind of a tough question. I can't do it that way. I need to actually just duplicate it. There we go. Thicker than a Snicker. The client said she was thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. I don't know if I've seen that. I have to rotate these. Right about there should be good. We might get a little poking through right here. Just A-okay. Still feel like the hair, this front strand, doesn't quite match. Or maybe it's the other one there. Just need to be a bit bigger. And then for the ear, I'm actually gonna put my cursor right here, grab the whole ear. Rotate it. Just a little bit more square. That's no good. We're just gonna turn off symmetry. Rotate it into place. Put my cursor over here. Oh, sorry. Copy that angle. Cursor here. Do the same. Grab, rotate. Just get rid of the thing. Alright, so now they should be the same. And that feels it feels like it matches the toony qualities of the character a little bit better. Toony. We do need to give him some actual detail in there. Whoa! But yeah, the hair right here should come up like this. It should be out here. It should not be so angled. Feels like a bowl cut, like a weird bowl cut right now. Which is bullshit. Bro, welcome. Welcome back. How's your day going? Thank you. I think he's coming out pretty well. Yes. Yes. Figure is often an issue when they have horns. Definitely how to situate the hair. Can be a hair is always, I would say, out of all the things you can make, hair is usually the hardest. Generally the hardest thing to model. Rigging it's also a pain, but we'll be doing that later. Okay, and then I also think that the rest of the hair could be a bit bigger. Turn off these. Hair's the bane of all 3D artists' existence. It's very true. It's very true. I just spent a really long time making a new system to make like hair grooms, which not quite this style where it's like the actual strands for visual effects and stuff. Have I used hair cards for Abby's? I have. I don't use them as often, mostly just because most of the characters I'm making are more stylized, or most characters that I'm commissioned to make. But I do. I think I have a design for a personal avatar that I'll be like a VTuber or my brand avatar. But I'll be making at some point, and I know what I want. And I do want to actually use hair cards, and I want to try pushing. My end goal would be, like, in terms of skill level, would be, or my goal in terms of skill level right now is like Final Fantasy level, where it's like really, really pushing that mixture of realism and stylized looks. I think I'd love to get my work there at some point. It'll take a while though. You get that feeling. It'll take a while, but that's the goal. That's the end goal. Well, thank you, Sky. I think with some of the hair groom stuff, I just made some big moves to get a lot closer. Okay, that looks good. Whoopsies. Flying around. I've never done hair cards before, but it's something I want to try. The only difficulty I have with hair cards is not making them, it's the shaders you use with them. Because I think that a lot of the shaders that are used to render hair in games, they must have spent a lot of time making those, because just like using standard cutout or standard transparency for hair cards, they never quite, I can never understand how to bridge that gap between what those standard shaders offer and what you see in like good video games, where obviously in some games they are literally using hair grooms, but yeah. Watched my poor review stream the other day. I'm very far from those good ones, but you're on the way there. On the way there. It wouldn't be a journey if you were already there. It didn't rotate. Should rotate. There we go. Gotta enjoy the journey. Exactly. I think the hair shaders mess with the normal so you can't tell that it's actually planes. That's definitely a big part of it. Hello, X Lilith VR. Welcome. I think they also have very high density of hair cards in Final Fantasy characters, right? Maybe that helps with transparency blending. I think it definitely gives a better impression of hair. I think the character that I did the most realistic hair with was this cat character, Rurek. And the density was definitely a big factor. It's just, it didn't look quite right. If you just have a single hair card by itself, it just looked very coarse. Wonder how they keep those vertex organized very carefully. With a wish and a prayer. Actually gonna steal one of these and separate it. And then move it up. I gotta flip it. Flip the normals. And we're gonna kind of cheat a little bit, and we're gonna use this for our middle one here, because we were missing a middle strand for this top part. Yeah, we're definitely going to edit the normals for this hair as well, especially on the top, smooth it out. Get them looking very consistent. From the one tutorial I saw, they use 3 or 4 layers of hair cards with decreasing levels of density for each layer, so you don't see that bald head beneath it. I think the real excitement for any future technology is simply just a cure for baldness. Okay, definitely looking a lot closer from the front. Muy bueno. Muy bueno. From the side, it looks like a mess, though. Bald heads are so convenient to make. Let's switch all characters. I just make only bald characters, so I don't have to deal with this, please. Mohawks, bald, buzz cuts. Keep it simple. Second deal. I'm back. Still here, just doing some work on my plants. Well, no worries. I'm just glad we're learning. That's all I can ask. Hello, JW. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. How goes your day? Cool. Looking good. I'm pleased. Going well, trying to figure out Resonite stuff with the little resources available. There are meetups, mentor meetups. I can always put you in touch with one, well, if you'd like. But what are you trying to do? I want to get back into Resonate so bad. Feels so long since I've been in there. And to be fair, it has been a long time since I've been in there. Not an exaggeration. Alright, I think I'm missing some strands right here. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I want to make environments, but not sure how I'd make grass without blowing up my GPU. They have a grass brush actually, but it's kind of, funnily enough, we were just talking about hair cutout cards. But you just want to cut out texture in a plane. That's generally how grass is done. Grass is challenging. Grass is challenging. One of those very consistent but difficult problems you find with games. Okay, this looks good from the back. Really weird from the side. I think these strands are just too big. We'll separate the front thing. Like how Unity has instancing also LED stuff, but IDK how that would work. I don't know if Resonite has instancing available to you in the same way. I think I'm going to bring this one forward. It's a little bit different than the actual design. I'm just going to do that. We need to fill in this spot right here. And we're going to put in other hair strands right here in a moment. Just going to do something like that. Also, those models look great so far. Thank you, JW. Thank you. You can actually reference the same mesh with Resonite. So technically, I think that's instanced because it is just looking at the same mesh data, as long as it's not like a separate object, but I don't think you can prefab things. But at the very least on that low level, it should generally be pretty good. far as I know. As far as I understand. Yeah, that's much better. There we go. Much better. And we'll take these. Just kind of fill in that spot. Very good. I'll look into it. That's as seen if there are any LOD settings. I would definitely check out the Resonite Discord too. It's a great resource. But hopefully we'll all be back into Resonite soon enough, and we can figure it out together in VR as one. As one. I love Resonite. It's so good. It is super good. I was tweeting about this recently, or responding to a message. Someone's like, "Oh, what's Resonite like?" And I'm like, once you really feel that you can like make things with your buddies at the same time you're hanging out with them in VR, you realize it. It's just the future. it's just what VR should be. It's like it sets the bar. It's getting brighter. Am I getting blown out my camera? Not yet. Just pale. Okay. Okay, we're gonna make a few more pieces of hair. So I'm going to turn that off. Turn all of these off, actually. Because there's these three tufts. Here we go. Finally bullied the hubs and helped me record some MMD videos using my Abbeys. Nice. Did one with the PC and Quest models of the both to see how they compared. So, when you say record, were you actually hand making some animations, or like in or were you in an MMD world recording that? There's no curve. You need to get the object profile. Set that to 0. I use MMD. It's good. It is very good. No shame in that game. It's cool. I think it's interesting comparing what open source and closed source looks like between different countries. Because like in Japan, I feel like although there's a lot of stuff that is like technically closed source, like it's still owned by a company, they're much better at setting like a standard that people can follow and like allows people to develop on top of it. Whereas like you look at Meta Horizons, it does not feel the same way. So you can make custom content for it. Not quite the right critique, but still feel it. Honestly, MMD worlds are a lifesaver when it comes to checking my weight pains. I love them so much. They are awesome. Too good. I don't know about too good, but they're very good. We'll match those. Excuse me. These are going to go right in here. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, cheap viewers. Wow. Wow. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bonk. Bonk. Said to get rid of that bot. Get that bot out of here. Even this out a little. Cool. This looks weird right here. This kind of just like goes straight down into it. Maybe just take these two and move them up a little. Yeah, that feels better. And then on this one, we will rotate them as well. Match that flow. Match the flow. All right, look at that. I think we're almost there. Super, super close. Like a tough challenge of what to pull and what to not. These ones. Oops. Separate. Now, oops. I think we're going to extrude these and kind of move them up a little bit. That. Here's my greatest enemy. I'm starting watching this. From fear. Hair PTSD. It is funny. I always like when I was first getting into making hair and stuff. It's like you just realize it's like, oh man, doing cutting hair is actually a hard job. like oh, barbershops and hairdressers, they really are making their money's worth because this shit's difficult. Not just like it's actually hard. My anxiety would be through the roof. Oh, I know. And I've certainly had some moments where I've gotten bad haircuts and you like walk out. But pretty few and far between. But you know that hairdresser's sitting there like, whoops. Please don't come back in. Has anyone here watched Fleabag? It's such a great show. Um, where his sister gets the haircut. It's so funny. All right, I think we'll probably tweak it a little bit more later, especially on the top, but we're at a good point. No control Z when cutting hair, exactly. A subtractive, destructive process. My least favorite when it comes to modeling or 3D work. I need control Z. And you know what's funny is after doing so much digital work, I definitely hit control Z when I'm drawing on paper, which is just insane that is a thing. One of my exes one time cut my ear instead of my hair. Since then, I go to professional if I want a haircut. Hopefully, you still did you get to keep your ear afterwards, or was it just a small cut? Giving giving Van Gogh a run for his money. Small cut, good, good. Right, things are looking good. I think we can make the shoulder and arm a bit bigger. Just gonna pull it out this way. Be good. I don't have the body slip. For the past few months, I've been cutting my own hair, but I have a very short and simple cut, so it's just clippers with a minor amount of blending. It's usually to make a scalp hair base, or most don't do it. If you're working on a very realistic character, then you'd probably want to either make a scalp base or bake that into like the actual body texture, you know, having just some sort of hair texture underneath everything. Because it's definitely a it's very easy to see if you see a bald head beneath, like especially if you have like dark hair or something, you can see it. I'd say you'd want to do it 90% of the time for more realistic style here. You'll definitely want to do that, and I would assume that most AAA games or high quality games are doing that kind of base scalp layer, either with a texture or another object. So with like Final Fantasy and stuff, a lot of Unreal games now, they are just actually straight up using grooms. So it's actual curves, like a strand-based hair, which Unity has basically zero support for. Just frustrating. Come on, Unity. They've had it for like 6 years now. You gotta step it up. Just Unity's fault. Pretty much. I will always blame them, so. Whether or not it is their fault. Gotta get more of a bulge. Excuse me. Sketched. Oh no! I've been working without symmetry. That is not good. Okay, I didn't do that much work. I should be able to back up before I started editing the back. What we'll do is go all the way back here, and we'll have to do some surgery. And no multi-res. Oh no! Not too bad to edit. It's definitely a pain though. Oh, something I don't want to deal with, but we can fix it. So let's go ahead and do save copy. All this symmetry fix. Apply the multi-res. Back up. Make sure we're applying it at the highest level. Apply. What I've seen, they don't go well in hand. I've restarted multi-res sculpts like 4 times the other day for the same reason. You can't really work with a mirror modifier on a multi-res. You just have to apply it. But you can always, at the end, once you're done with everything, do what I'm doing, which is just split your character in half again. And that's generally what I've been doing. It's just like, go back in, cut them in half. So we're gonna rip it. Select this side. Delete. And now we can add it back. So yeah, multi-res, it is annoying how many times I have to do this, because like this is probably my 3rd time fixing the character like this, and it's only because I'm using the multi-res. It's a great tool. I love it a lot, but that's definitely a big annoyance with its workflow. It's just like, darn it, here we go again. Zero there. It should just be the normals that need to be reset. And really the main thing is make sure you have to turn down your merge distance to like as low as possible, because otherwise your vertexes will combine. You can also, actually I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to turn off merge. I'm not going to merge it, but I will apply the mirror. And instead we'll just use select everything, select the edge boundary, and then we'll bridge. Somewhere in here, bridge edge loops with merge. There we go. And that way I know no other vertexes are getting included in that selection. Applied mirror, but auto merge was on and merged some face vertices, and I just saw after I had sculpted it. No! Yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, there's got to be some middle ground. Like I don't understand why they couldn't have it work with the mirror modifier. Because it's funny, because if you have a mirror modifier on with sculpt, like just normal sculpt, I think it works fine. Oh gosh. To make sure symmetry's on. Have you heard about Resonite at all? Someone recommended looking into it, an aspiring avatar creator. Do you have opinions on Resonite? I think it's amazing. I genuinely think it's if you haven't even tried it yet, just go in and mess around with it. And especially like what I think is so cool about it is just that you can make things with people in real time. Like in VR chat, all the worlds are like super rigid. Everything is baked, so to say, where it's like you can't change any aspect of it. But in Resonite, totally the opposite. Everything is ready to be tweaked live while you're playing. And I do think that that's the future of whatever VR metaverse it wins, so to say. It will be something like that. It will have features like that. So I'd say it's same in the sense that people use it for social stuff, but I do think on a technical level, Resonite wins for sure. Someone made my own character with AI. Uh-oh. As in, like, they took it from you, or? I've been seeing a lot of that where people are like, oh, here, I improved your art. Who does that? Oops. I assume create one. Well, no. And we'll select this via seam. This one. And then I'll go back, sculpt, and say face sets from selection. So I can hide the legs. Shift H. It's an anime form. Nice. Well, what's interesting about Resonite is like you can hook up other programs to it as well. So like I saw someone that was using like an AI generator for like I think some basic 3D shapes, and they could literally in-game go generate this for me, and it would load it in. I've made avatars for Resonite. Is the process much different? Only in the sense that you are in VR when you're making the avatar, but on the low level, like what your options are, you can do a lot more, way more in Resonite. Except that they don't have a very open IK system right now, which I think is the only thing that's really missing for avatars. But at the same time, you can make your own logic, so like you're not constrained by avatar dynamics. You can just straight up make whatever you imagine. Like I want it to do this, and it's possible. You're not hacking some random avatar dynamics system and praying it works when you upload. Like, no, you can see it working in real time, and you can make the logic whatever you want. So that I think is killer, and I do think that that's just super amazing. The true Elon Musk made his AI open source. I think so. He made one of his AI. He made that version of his AI open source, Grok. It seems that the trend is that a lot of companies are trying to make their AIs very accessible. Like OpenAI just released GPT-4o, I think it's just like the default version or something, or anyway, but it seems like a lot of companies are making their stuff, and Facebook is actually making a ton of their AI models open source. Just fascinating.
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Anyway, Ori, definitely check out Resonite if you haven't yet. It's free, and I think you'll be very impressed with what you see there. I want an AI that won't try to brainwash me into buying stupid products or think like others. I personally think the future of AI is that there's going to be a ton of different models, like people will. I think it'll be almost like cultural. Like people will go, oh, I don't use that AI like not to I don't want to stray too much into politics or religion, but it's like, do you think Christians would want to use an AI that doesn't believe in God? I mean, that's like going to be a very legitimate question. Like they'll want a version of AI that shares their beliefs, and I think every religion will, and then also every subset of cultural identity will have their own. I think every person will probably have an AI that's very much in tune with what they do and think. When you say make the avatar in Resonate, do you mean like that replaces the Unity part of the process? Assume you still do most of the modeling work in Blender. Definitely the modeling work, all the creation stays outside of it, but it's just straight from Blender into Resonate, and you actually add the components. You're like there working on your avatar in physical space, in the virtual space. Hope there's going to be a version for science. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. The Alpha Fold stuff is super interesting, where they're using AI to discover proteins, things on a scale that would have taken, like if it had just been people trying to discover all those proteins, it would have taken thousands of years, and now we're basically looking at the problem as if it's solved. Sam done TED Talk, let's go. I love technology. We should be wary of it and definitely approach it with caution, of just technology in general. I think that's a sentiment that can exist for any technology. I mean, people like planes, but planes allow for bombings and other nefarious actions. I'll give it Neil deGrasse Tyson quotes. I have a figure picked out for who I'd like to be my AI. If anyone knows who Christopher Hitchens is, I would prefer him to be my personal AI assistant. Okay, I think we're good there. I think we're good. I think we can actually start on the clothing now. Or no, we have these tufts on the hoof. On the hoofen. I'm not sure what this is here. This little shape. I think it's just another tuft of Rooney. Okay, so let's hide this. I'm gonna make a new collection, which we'll call tuft. And we'll once again make a curve. Scale it down. Here. And then get the curve, set it to the object. So. Anyway, I'm quite excited for advancements in science. I mean, I don't know if y'all heard recently, but they just started trials in Japan to regrow teeth, which I think is super exciting because, you know, obviously that's a big, very consistent issue with human health. Let's do these smaller little chunks. And they're doing I just love technology stuff and science stuff. I'm gonna rant a little bit more, but we're gonna treat that something absolutely. And they just administered someone in Britain with a straight up cancer vaccine. Um, just a vaccine. I think it's like a personalized to the type of cancer he was most likely to get. But I mean that's just really exciting to me. I think there's so much doom and gloom about technology these days, but like those are genuine good things. That just can't be argued that that's not like a bad thing. Oh no, people are cured from cancer? Shucks. Hello, Art. Welcome, Ren. Hello. I say I'm just checking in. Those little things in the back hoods are dew claws, like on goat hooves. Oh, okay, gotcha. I'll have to look that up. Dew claws. Goat dew claws. Gotcha. Little bumpies. Interesting. Man, goat feet are weird. It looks like a little dude. It's like the radish guy from that How's Moving Castle? No, not that one. Spirited Away. Oh. Welcome, G Quarky. Welcome. Hello. Welcome, welcome. We're working on a new character today. Alright, so we'll do something like that. We'll do a little smaller, more stylized ones. Boop. Boop. And do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this and that. That should be good. Okay, so I think we've got the basic hoofs made. Hoofton. Turn back on Renoir. And move these down here. We'll have to mesh the frame. That was the front view we were looking at. I'm sorry to yawn. Oh. Okay, so now we're just gonna push these into the body. I'm gonna do another set on the back. Oh, wait, actually, let's get the dew closet first. Excuse me. We're gonna duplicate this, move it back, separate it. Go in here, go to the crease, set it to local transform, so we can kind of it's positioned properly. Z, G, Y. Just want them to line up with the hoof in general. A hoofen. here. Little nebbies. These ones are a little bit more teardrop shape, a little V shape. More like that. And a little bit farther apart, spacing wise. Say right about there. And then I want to copy the body material. Oh! And we're gonna do something fun. We're gonna give these first a mirror. Then we're going to give them a data transfer model. So we get the custom normals from the body. And we'll do boundary loop. Boom. There's a furry event on VRC 6 to 9 June. Virality? Don't know if I'll be able to attend, but seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. It is interesting to me that it really feels like it's mostly the furry community that does like events in VR. There ever been an anime convention? Just like your anime convention? I guess what is that? Booth? No. There's a one like it. Sakurai Con? No, something like that. Furries just like to party. They're party animals. Oh, I can't believe I didn't think of that sooner. Resonite looks interesting, but instantly turned off by anything that tries to push cryptocurrency. Resonite does not do cryptocurrency. Neos was the original Resonite, and they wanted to do cryptocurrency and kind of killed the whole community by doing that. Neos is the spiritual successor made by the people who don't want cryptocurrency. So there's no cryptocurrency in Resonite. Or at least it's not, there's not like an official, like there might be people who like cryptocurrency using it, but there's no, it's not an official thing. It's not something that the main group wants to do. Yeah, Neos basically killed. It was interesting because at the time, before all the crypto stuff, I would say that they were doing pretty well in comparison to VR chat. As soon as they started trying to push that stuff, their whole community evaporated. It was pretty sad to see. Yeah, YouTube video on it, I think. You should watch, was it Fia? Did a, you guys probably know who Fia is, but she did a cool video on Resonite recently. Thrill Seeker? Yeah, Thrill Seeker's partner. Did a video on it recently. On Resonite. Like a good introduction to it. Not like a tutorial introduction, but just like, this is what it's about. Also quite happy that Torpedo do the NFT angle. Now you have Resonite, which isn't tied to a pyramid scheme. 100%. 100%. I think Neos is technically still going, but it's like no one uses it. His partner did a really good video on Neos' downfall. Exactly. I think 3 Slick made a video. beat you to us, guy. It's super fascinating to see such a dichotomy in a community like that, or any sort of game. I'm so curious. Like, I feel like Meta was probably like a day away from announcing their own crypto bullshit, and then it just kind of like imploded. And a few other companies as well. And just like, I bet there were so many projects. That's actually probably explains some of the mass layoffs in video games recently. Just there was like that huge gold rush for crypto, grift rush. And I bet companies were hiring like crazy, and probably, whether or not they were saying it, were about to start pumping out like NFT projects, and then it just dried up. I would put money on that. Not crypto money. Idle speculation there, but I don't like comparing VR chat and Resonite. They both created social VR platforms, but they definitely cater to different audiences. More variety is better. 100%. It should be about an ecosystem. I want a healthy competition in the VR space. I don't really think there's ever going to be one that just wins. I'd be really surprised, but they'd have to offer something really crazy special if they win. But just with how the digital community is, like, a lot of people are always going to want open source stuff, or there always seems to be some kind of counter direction, whatever's kind of leading the pack, which I think is good. Worked out well for software. I mean, look at Linux. Um, NFT stuff was hype, not gonna lie. Oh, absolutely. The only application I've ever seen that made sense to me was it was just literally an exchange format for rendering stuff on someone else's computer. It was like, use your graphics card to render things. You can use my graphics card to render things. We pay each other for it. But at the end of the day, it's like, do you need to turn that into some sort of currency? I don't think so. It doesn't need to be. Doesn't need to be that. It's just all you're describing is like a format. That was the only one I ever thought was like, oh, that makes sense. Everything else is like, you could NFT the air. Imagine a time where you go from VRC to Resonate through a portal. Well, funnily enough, in Resonate, people have made computer terminals, virtual computer terminals, where you can control a character in VR chat. And these are just money laundering scams. Almost all the big sellers turn out to be scam person buying and selling to themselves to drive up hype. Oh yeah, and then all the huge pump and dumps, big old NFT project is going to change the world, and then the investor takes all the money and runs. CoffeeZilla has done a good one on that. VR chat was a simulation inside Resonate all along. I mean, I could straight up imagine being Resonate allowing you to be in both, but that'd be weird. I don't know why I really needed that. One thing I did like from Fear Resonate videos was where she walked through the door and into a dollhouse in the same room she had been in. I loved that. That was super cool. And it was interesting, the person she was talking to in that specific moment in the video is a YouTuber that seems to make a killing. And what they're just doing is they're not really making content for people on Resonate. What they're doing is using Resonate to make content. And it's like, because they can just go in and make stuff together, like, oh, let's do a skit. And then they sit down, they make the assets that they need right then and there, and they do it. And it's like, it makes so much sense. Like, I don't know, that really excites me, because obviously I love making things. But I think that really shows off the kind of potential of what VR could actually offer. Like, I think a lot of people want to get into VR for just purely entertainment, which is fair. But I think creators can begin to offer really, really interesting things. Like I see, there's like a kind of a fad with VTubers right now to turn their stream into like an MMO or like a game where like chat can do stuff. Super, super cool. Like right now, you could have like chat be like little bees or slimes or things like that, and you can kind of interact with them in a way. Like doing that in Resonate is also possible. That could be very, very interesting. Or like you could do like a game show in Resonate and bring people from chat in, and then they lose and you shoot them out of a cannon. I don't know. They lose the question and they get vaporized. Okay, I think those look sufficiently tufty. Maybe a few more down here. Oh, that's kind of smooth side. Anyway, cool stuff. But I do think that's a very slept on advantage of Resume. And why I want to do D&D in there. Or does anyone know who AI Angel is, or follow them on Twitter? Or YouTube? They're on YouTube as well. I'm 90% sure they did one of the more recent Minecraft videos in Resume. Because one of the cameras was like, that looks like the Resume. Anyway, I could go on. No way. No point. Saw that video. The scene setup looked so good. It did. It did. I'm always impressed by. I feel like AI Angel always really pushes the pushes into a new level of like technical skill with every video. One question, Sam. Sorry to derail the conversation. Oh, you're totally fine. In Unity, is there a way to project one mesh onto another? Specifically, I've been trying to figure out if there's a way to make a proto-gen face that it's actually a screen so you don't get the clipping issues or the face falling off with too many blend shapes stack up. You know, you can use decals, but I like how smoothly blend shapes move and can be combined. Technically, you could define a point like a decal in your UV space because I believe, like in Blender, just a quick example. In Blender, what you would want to figure out is you'd have to make a shader first of all. I'm pretty sure you'd have to make a custom shader. And in here, in Blender at least, you can define a texture coordinate through an object. And I'm pretty sure you can do the same thing in Unity, because they have their own custom shader graph system. So what you could do is either manually feed in a position, like you could just give it an actual location, or you could feed it an empty object and get the position out of that. So you could have like two empty objects pointing onto the mesh, and in that way you could get the direction and map your UV onto it, map a texture onto it. So kind of like, technically that is a decal, not how it's typically used where you're like putting little details on things. But I think, yeah, you can get your texture coordinates to derive from an object, then you should be good. And that way you could change the mesh and move it around and it'd still project. Like the points would never move. So you could change the mesh as much as you want beneath it. And I think you'd still get something that would work well. But custom shader time. I don't know how enticing that sounds to you, but it wouldn't be too bad. But it'd definitely have to be a completely custom. So you couldn't do a Quest version. It'd have to be PC only. All right, let's make some clothes. I think we've got everything in a pretty good spot. Sounds like a lot of time on Google/YouTube. It's not too bad. It's not too bad, but it certainly would be some searching for sure. But it would really be about this simple. you could start a test with about as many nodes as you have right here in the shader graph. Yeah. Vectors aren't too bad. I would say that it's worth doing. Quest would have to be scrunkly by default. Oh yeah, Quest is scrunkle. Maximum scrunk. It's not good that I'm only seeing this on this side. Was that just a, that's just the T. Okay, perfect. Yeah, okay, that's good. As long as it's just the T. All right, clothing time. So we're gonna make a cube. Gonna cut the cube. Delete this side of the cube. Bottom. Edit. Edit. Extrude it. Delete it. And then mirror and sub that. I guess we need to do one level of subdivision. So we'll duplicate and appliance. Six, seven, eight. I don't want these middle ones. Alright. Not bad. A little bit more geometry than I think I need. In fact, I'm just gonna take these, dissolve them, and one cut there. Okay, good. Should we do a shrink wrap? I think so. We're gonna do a shrink wrap. Right. Offset. A little bit of smoothing. Okay. Good stuff. Out here already. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of this. Just not even enough. And let's go ahead and crease this. Just the bottom. And the top. Oh, I misinterpreted this. I thought that it goes, it's a little turtleneck. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. whoa. Have to give this a little crease. Surgeon right now. They look like scrubs. Yeah, we'll put this, we'll align this side with the shoulder and give it another cut. You too. Still do to increase this one. Wood. There's a lot of stretching happening here. So we're going to take this edge, bevel it, and turn down the crease here. So get a bit of a nicer turn. And there should be a little bit less stretching. Jeez. You all hear that? Speed Racer. And we'll do the same for our sleeve. Bevel. Decrease. Vroom. He's going vroom vroom. Yeah, sometimes I'm just kind of right next to a busy road. For the most part, it doesn't bother me. In fact, the sound of the traffic's actually kind of nice. It's like a white noise. But every now and then, get someone like that. What's worse, though, is the people who live here in the complex who turn on their cars like they're in a fucking racetrack. It's like, dude, you live here. We know where you live. And it's here. It's a good way to get your car keyed, is what I'm saying. Not that I would ever do such a thing. All right, and we'll do one level of subdivision. Like that. 6. 2.8. Go ahead and relax this one. You're right, and you should say it. And I was I was in the parking lot yesterday, and someone was driving their car, and there was like so much like, smoke coming out of the exhaust. It's like, what is going on? Like, they must be some very serious engine problem going on, but it was like a poor girl walking into the complex, and like the car passes her, and she's like, stuff. I'll just stay in my car till it passes. It's funny though. Oh. Oh. Now we need some socks. I'll just take the bottom of this one. Separate it. The shorts end above the knee. Okay, there's not much space between sock shorts. Yeah. And this one we will add a shrink wrap to. We'll do it for the mirror. A little bit of space. There's kind of an interesting little shape here. The front comes up, goes down. Okay. I think we can achieve something like that simply by ripping these. Looks like the knees are a little bow-legged. In the reference, they are. Even if the character should look like that at the end, I'm going to model it straight and then rotate it afterwards. just because it's easier to work with. Kind of a. It'd be harder to model things that turn and do that kind of bend halfway down. I prefer to just keep it straight for now. Once we have them rigged, we'll rotate them. But yes, definitely got a little bit of a. I guess pigeon-toed inward or out. Bit more resolution. And then the bottom, kind of similar except just a point. Just a little pointy. Oop. Interesting. Okay. Then we got a lot of straps. A lot of straps. I'm gonna wait to do the gloves because those will just. Oh, we got little band-aids too. Mesh or geometry? Or mesh or texture? We'll make a mesh. Oh, and there are wings. Glad I noticed that. Take this one. Actually, yeah, I guess I could curve the back out. You can see that happening here. And the thighs, but actually, the whole character could be a little bit bigger. And the chest, too. Right about. And then we'll make those wings. All right, hit it with a subdiv. You know what, I'm gonna do this a little bit. I'd rather have this kind of swoop out, and then we'll just extend these to other segments. That, yeah, I like that better. Red. The pigeon toe is mostly just a pose for live 2D models. Depending on what looks good on the 3D model, I don't mind either. Okay, okay. Very cool. I think yeah, it should be pretty easy to test. So we'll do one version with and then without. Just kind of see how VR chat handles it. It's probably going to be the deciding factor. It's like always a little VR chat can be a little finicky sometimes. As Arctic knows, especially with animations. Muffled sobbing. on the outside. I don't think I need to crease it. Cute. And we'll slap on a mirror modifier. Oh, I bet. Okay. All right. Good. If you're using full body tracking, you could just angle your feet inwards in real life while using the avatar. That's true. I suppose if you're naturally pigeon-toed, that would actually come across in the VR chat, as long as you set up your trackers for it. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Shorts will definitely want to have a little bit of shrink wrap. Have them conform to the body as much as we can. Maybe I should actually make them from the body. I could even just have it be a texture. No, a little bit of geometry would be nice. Yeah, we'll make it from the body. You wish VR chat had some sort of pose adjusting game where you could set offsets for each bone. I think the only thing you've got kind of like that is in the humanoid muscle settings. You can determine range of movements. So you could be like, the body can only move between these ranges. And that's pretty much the extent. All right, we're gonna put our GeoNode skills to the test. Let's edge. Fine. Soft edge. Go to Geometry Nodes tab. And we want to get the boundary. We delete this. This group ID. Okay, good. Just the index. Awesome. Okay, this also means we can blur this attribute a few times. And compare this. Should give us a range. Not quite how I'd want that to do it. Okay, then what we'll do instead is make a vertex group. Take this top portion. extrude it up. Like so. And then on the bottom, do kind of the same thing. All right. And I actually should be able to still this index. Damn. That what I just did a second ago. Oh, turned it off. That's why. Go. And then we can take this, join geometry. What's that sound? I should be able to just turn up the subdivision as much as I want. I guess we would have to adjust the, just blur it more. Cool. Interesting stuff. Really love learning geonodes. Feels like a superpower. The nice part is now I can adjust my soft where I want and still keep these edges that we, because I know I want them there and I know that's how I'm going to make them. So might as well just hold on to them. Save them into a geonode. Good stuff. All right, because they are still snapped. They are literally shrink wrapping. Can I apply the shrink wrap right now? Oh, let's duplicate the shrink wrap, then apply it. Should make it easier to adjust. Yeah. Oh yeah. Awesome possum. Now the straps here. So I got a belt. Goes around back. So it's 2 connections. And then just a wrap on the inside. Take our shorts and start this from this. Yeah. So duplicate that, separate. Hide the shorts. It's that bevel, so does not want to bevel here. So let's do it. Oh, it's because I fucked up this edge. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, baby. Welcome. And push it out a little bit more. Just make sure it's on above surface. Noise. Noise. Yeah, let's do a cut here and here. Bevel it. And 9.2. Scale these. So we get these shapes like that. Awesome. And then I think we need to move up. This. Well, that looks risque, but whatever. All right. I think it's just one more cut here just to ensure that nothing weird is happening. And let's add a solidify. Crunchy. This way. Make it half the thickness. All right. I suppose we'll do the upper body now. Let me take the shirt. This edge. Here. The arm. And into the neck here. Alright, let's hide this for now. Push it. Cut it. Delete those. Because these are completely separate. There's just rings connecting them. They're not actually Connected, connected. All right, one string. And yeah, actually, again, this is still separate, so let's rip that. And then lower it. Should be right below the peck. Oh, it's getting bright. Oh, my neck. All right, we got one more hour, and then it will be lunchtime. And we'll copy over our solidify and turn up our subdivisions. Let's actually also give it a material to help it pop. HP latex. Copy that. Paste it here. And copy this link. Also make it shiny. All right, good stuff. This should connect more directly. Yeah. This way. Go quite right. Go. Okay, we'll live with a triangle right there. Not that we don't have to. Too dark. One more cut here. Actually, I don't know if I lower that. It's supposed to be a collar. Fix this up. I think we actually should separate these two. This one will have its own object. All right, moving through that pretty quick. I'm hungry. Oh my cashews. Before I get too much further with the clothing, let's make sure I'm matching the shape of the body. Let's be moving because they were just smacking everything. I don't know if y'all can hear that thumping. That's Zarbon from Dragon Ball Z. No. I don't even know who Zarbon is. But hello, welcome. Welcome. Dripped Goku Super Saiyan. I have to keep the base. But. Alright. Alright, definitely feel like that matches the thickness a little bit better. We're seen in the reference image. Alright, I think that's much closer. What crab? Doing? No, I should actually shrink wrap this to the shirt. Well, yeah, I should. It's not shrink wrapped anyway. Yeah. Never mind. Time for me to start working. Have a good one, Sam. Talk to you later. Sounds good, Sky. Enjoy your day. We'll catch you later. Looks like it's later than the day that it actually is. I keep thinking it's like, oh, it's about to be lunch. In a way it is, but we're not quite there yet. This is actually two shirts. This is two pieces of clothing. There's an under. At the very least, there's a literal boob window. Yeah, it looks like it starts here. There's a secondary piece of cloth under it. So we'll make that. We'll start with this. It comes up into a point. Increase at 0. Oba. I think we'll still need another set of geometry. Because I don't want to pull this one forward. I think we would need something like this. Wish I could set a face project with an offset. That would be so handy. All right. Oh. There's gonna be an edge here. Maybe. It should be a little bit more form-fitting. Go to GeoNodes. In GeoNodes, I'd like to take the edge to curve. Delete geometry. Everything that's not edge. So we'll do integer 1. All right. Now say curve mesh to curve, and then curve to mesh. Add in a circle. And boom. Cool. So now we've got this edge. I'm gonna set the position of this. I'm gonna offset it by normal, the main mesh. First, we'll normalize it. But it is already normalized. What we need to do is scale it. How I thought that'd work. Oh, I was hoping to make it kind of flatten, but not quite. Right, so maybe not that. Instead, we'll say curve tilt. Set curve tilt to. That's not working. Okay, whatever. We'll leave that alone. Working well enough. All right. Can't help myself. I'm going to take this. I'm going to make a form geometry. Let's see what happens when we scale it, these axes. Okay. So I kind of like that. Be really nice if this aligned with the surface. Gotta run off. Have a nice first day. Sounds good, Arctic. We'll catch you later. Bye-bye. Your nodes, line curve through surface. So the problem is that it's just right at the edge of the mesh. Gotta be a better way. But I can't think of it right now, so we'll just get rid of this. Leave it as it was. Move on. Okay. Nice attempt. Alright, let's keep working on some of these other objects, because there's certainly a lot to add. We need some buckles instead. Buckle up. And wood. These ones do move with the, at least this one moves with the collar. Oops, I covered up the notification. Hello, Snardom, and hello, Ariso Aetherium. Welcome, everyone. Hello, hello. Didn't know you were also a wizard. Doing some black magic here with geometry nodes, eh? I'm trying to, at least. I was wondering, in your avatar class, will you use an auto rig workflow? Not for the intro. Not for the intro class. I think it'd be good, better to teach the intro as like that fundamental. How do you make a rig without auto rig pro? But hello, y'all. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Yeah, I think it'd be kind of, yeah, just what I said. I think that need that for a fundamental class. How to teach it, just how to do it from scratch. What are you going to use for texturing? Just Blender? Yes. Yeah, the intro class will not get into how to do like PBR materials or Koyomi shader. It's just going to be like, this is how a texture goes onto a mesh. I think some people will probably add a little bit more, some students, if they want to, for like texturing. But generally, I think what I just want to make is the connection between like, this is how an image gets on a mesh. Whoop, right about there. Oh, oh, oh. All right, 30 minutes and then time. Some stuff. Fair enough. Do you use Substance Painter for your texturing or actual professional workflow? I do use it whenever I'm making clothes. Yes, Substance Painter is a very big part of my workflow. I don't think I could do a PBR workflow or like shader-based workflows without it, and I wouldn't want to. I don't like Adobe, but I do think that Substance is a very, very solid program. And that's because Adobe hasn't owned it for that long. They're already kind of doing some underhanded stuff with the source. They added like a source browser, so you could access the like source library that they have online, but only for the Creative Cloud version, not for the Steam version, which I think it's just silly. I was tempted to sign up for fun, anything, since I felt like most of what's covered is something I know, at least something about it. Of course, there's always something to learn, but the time zone. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll be doing a European like centered time zone soon enough. So I think it does seem like there's enough interest, and so if it kind of for one, so I'll probably do like for me it'd be my morning, so it'd be like the morning class. Just for the multiplayer blender aspect of it alone is also fun. It's true. How are your classes going? Terrible? Oh no. They started using Maya. Yeah. If I were to my grad students, I think about 10 of the 90-ish currently would pass their front end dev exams. Gotcha. Interesting. Oh, you have 90 students. That's certainly a handful. Actually, why don't I just make the shorts right now? I could also do a GeoNode selection for the shorts. I think I will, because I want them to move with the body 100%. Body really quick. We're gonna add a GeoNode. Before I apply the multi-res. I'm not really even using multi-res right now. I can always get it back. Yeah, it should be fine. I think that you inspired me to actually start working on my asset store. I did buy most of the popular item bases, Booth PM, so I make clothes for them. I learned there's a high demand for clothing for these avatars. Make clothes is my specialty. Well, good. There's definitely a high demand. Yeah, I think that is a very, very solid direction to go. Because it makes sense, right? It's like, generally there's avatars that kind of become fashionable. And it's a lot more expensive to get a new avatar than it is to get a set of clothing. And people are going to want the fashionable thing, but their own version of that fashion. So I think very good ecosystem. I'm glad to hear it's going well for you. Good idea to specialize is always a niche market to jump into. Absolutely. Absolutely. Does make sense, yeah. I mean, look at the most viewed tutorials for avatar creation. Thinking next to how to make a cube, the second tutorial is how to transfer weights. I mean, even within the industry, like video game industry, a lot of people have an indie devs, they're buying assets and they want to know how to just make variations of those assets. They're not necessarily looking to make it from scratch. This does not make you. Especially to make it close, it's forever. It didn't start just here. No, the thing of the matter is, avatars already exist. People are more interested in getting closer avatars rather than getting a new avatar that they're not already used to. That's true. Just not just indies, by the way, studios, big ones. So use freelance artists to generate new item set every once in a good while. Cheaper than having them on payroll, depending on the type of game you make. Yeah, the microcosm of this world, a little niche. We're already in like a niche market. Just as, or avatar creation itself is very niche. It is interesting to see the even within that, still a lot of variation. We'll give you another cut. But this market is growing. I don't consider it niche for the same reason. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I do, again, or not again, but something I've remarked before is just that I think that, I think VR is going to be huge in a few years. Even if it took a decade, it'd still be a wave I'd want to ride. So I think once it really kicks in, it'll be like the biggest thing since sliced bread. A little bit higher than the reference. And you just need to move it the other way. Oops. Count me in. Much closer. You know what? I think I'm going to combine these. All important boob window. Do a geonode, delete shorts, and what we'll do, go in here. You know what? I should do it after we make the low poly version again. A little preemptive. A little preemptive. Increase those. All right. Slowly coming together. I think we're getting much closer. Feeling cohesive. I'm excited to get all the colors in. I wanna try pushing how colorful this character feels, at least with the skin. Let's make this little bandana. Just do plain. Apply the first one. Shrink wrap? Not yet. But I will. Let's put the cursor here. Make a cube. Subdivide that cube. Maybe once more. Apply that. Since you mentioned color, I have a kind of advantage lately where I could slap on some base colors, bases for color in between modeling, because colors go we. I wish it was just a little bit more straightforward to work with them, because I do think that it is nice to like be able to have colors as you go. But I usually just go the material method. But being able to visualize what you're making is so important. Even like right now, I'm gonna give this a wish I didn't need to set up my shader for it so I could just use it in other views. Yeah. Just give me, I guess you, is there, maybe you could use this just attribute, show active attribute color. Might work. Huh. I may have to do that in the future. I'm not selecting this one. Really trying to select this one. Why is it changing this one? They're using the same material. It's edge to curve. I want to use, select this one, please. Am I pinned? Oh, there we go. Okay, I accidentally pinned that. There we go. Ba-na-na-na-na. Yeah, that plus shader gives it somewhat in all views. Sorry, yeah. Oh. So many little buckles. So many little buckles. Make a torus. 6. No, not 6. Why would I ever choose 6? 8. Never ever use anything that isn't divisible. What made you end up moving to 4.1 finally? It was the real-time compositor. I wanted to mess around with that. It's like, you know what? I'm working on personal projects. I would love to see some actual viewport. Me nagging him. I guess a little bit smaller still. Right about there. Any add-on difficulties since move? The major one is that the mesh data transfer doesn't work, which is a little bit of a bummer. But I've been eyeing this new one on Twitter that I saw a few times called robust data transfer. So I might switch to that one. I think I'll have to because I'm missing my other one. I miss my. I don't like Blender's standard data transfer. Shape key data? Let's see. Robust transfer. Just says weight. Just says weight transfer. So it's actually if Ariso is still there, I would definitely recommend checking this out because it's specifically designed for clothing. And apparently it's free, so I definitely will check it out. Gimme. I'll paste that in chat. Speaking of neuron activation. Might check it out, but not the droid I was looking for. Yeah, the shape key transfer would be super nice. One day. Someday. Someday. I feel like we're looking pretty close to the reference. Oh, did it not? It should be in Twitch chat. Oh. That's weird. It should have shown up there. That's weird. Just to show I didn't mess up. It says it's got the check mark for Twitch. Of course, you restream. I might look into a different multi-stream service. Restream has failed me. Oh, thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely. I do want the tail to be a bit. Okay, y'all. It is time for me to go on lunch. Thank you all for hanging out. I'll be back very soon. Be back in an hour and a half or so. I might end the stream a little bit earlier for the afternoon session. We'll be going and got some plans this evening, and then I'll be back. No, answer my question before you go. Oh, did I miss your question? I recently ran into an issue, which was that the data transfer modifier wasn't transferring correctly the weight paints clothes make it. So I had to make multiple versions of the same clothing to have different shape keys. The avatar has. Hey, I'm not sure if I saw to do that, but I couldn't find another way. Any suggestions? If the shape keys are too close together, then or like the things that are moving, if there's the proximity is too close, then that definitely can be an issue. Potentially, you could have scaled up your model, done the transfer, or you'd have to scale it up, apply the transforms, transfer, scale back down, and then apply the transforms again. That may have worked. But sometimes I do have to, if I want like just the weights for the eyes, I will strip out just the eyelid and transfer those to like eyelashes, or just take out just this section so I can get the weights for the eyebrows. That is pretty common if things are kind of overlapping a bunch. Notice the data transfer modifier interacts with your currently selected shape key. So if I had the wrong shape key selected, it wouldn't work well. Interesting. I always make sure I'm selecting the basis. Just the very bottom shape key. Especially one thing that can happen too is if you delete your shape keys, but you had a shape key selected when you deleted them, then sometimes that messes up. So you have to, before you delete your shape keys, you have to select the basis, then delete all your shape keys, which is very buggy. Anyway, I'll catch you all very soon. I'm gonna go get my food and get my run in. I'll catch you all in just a little bit. Bye everyone. Enjoy your day. And yeah, I'll be back soon. For anyone that's new, hit that follow, hit that subscribe, because I'll be back soon. Lastly, since I cannot make one single cloth piece that is compatible with all shape keys at the same time, I have to make the same clothing piece with different weight paints. That, you should be able to recombine meshes and retain your shape keys. Even merging vertices should work. I'll catch you later. Thank you all for hanging out. See you very soon. Bye everyone. Bye. Bye-bye. I will. Thank you for